So, in this video I'll be making some sourdough pizza in my new Effeuno oven. This video is basically about the oven, and I'll talk to you about its features, its pros and cons throughout the video as I make the pizza. The dough I'm using is the dough from the previous video that I made. It's the 90% Uniqua Blue and 10% whole wheat flour. I will talk about the pros and cons of this oven and why I bought this oven while I have so many other ovens. I hope you enjoy the video and I hope you enjoy the pizza. I know I will, and let's go. I put the oven 450 degrees on the bottom and 500 on the top because it really takes a long time for it to heat up. The door of the oven is really squeaky, and the fans, it kicks in like half an hour in, and it's really loud for a fan of an oven. It gets hot in about an hour. As you can see, the dough balls are perfectly fermented. They are a little too strong because the flour that I'm using, the Uniqua Blue, it's a really strong flour, so it's really hard to stretch them out, even if your dough has been resting at room temperature for a very long time. I have really tried my best to have a nice balance between the fermentation and the sourness, because I was really scared that the dough was going to be too sour, which was really not the case in the end. So I could maybe let it ferment, like let the fermentation go a little longer. As you can see, I'm struggling to get this dough to be large enough, and I do this daily with another dough at work, so I really know how it's supposed to feel, and this is really not how it's supposed to feel. It's too tight. Maybe it would be a smart idea to mix this flour with another flour, and then it would be a little softer, or have a little higher hydration. This is the first pizza. I did put a little too much flour, and as you can see on the door, it was too much flour and on the peel, and it really did burn a little. The thing with this oven is that you need to turn the pizza once, and you cannot turn it inside the oven like with other ovens, because there is no space, and if the pizza touches the heating element on top, it will burn. So it would maybe be smarter to have this oven with a thinner biscotto stone, so you would have more space. The pizza was delicious.
I recommend.
Yeah.
They approved.
And then the next pizza. This pizza, I did speed things up here a little, so you don't need to watch the entire thing over and over again. This one has spicy salami and green olives. It's a nice combination. The reason I prepare the pizza on the stone that I prepare and then pull it onto the peel is because if you prepare it on the peel, such a high hydration dough, there's a high chance that your dough will stick to the peel, and it will be a total mess in the oven. Now, oh, look at that.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Jesus Christ, Heilige Maria.
Beautiful background noises.
My monkey love.
Yeah, the only disadvantage of this stone that I have to mention is that it's white. So you don't actually see if there's enough flour on your stone. If you're trying to, let's say, prepare a really complicated pizza, and if it has the tendency to stick your dough, this is really not the perfect stone for this, because if you do not see how much flour there is on the stone, you cannot really guesstimate how long of a time you have and how much flour you'll end up with on your peel. I try to use as little flour as possible. So yesterday, when I was trying this out, I did have a pizza stick on the stone and then it ripped, which was not the best experience. But as you can see, the pizza looks delicious, and it was delicious. I really recommend trying out, at least once, trying out a sourdough. Oh, I totally forgot to tell you about the oven. So the reason why I bought this oven, I have another oven, I have other ovens, and I use them in the summer on the balcony. Now this oven is perfect for indoors, and I have this entire pizza station right now with a dough mixer and this oven on top. And the reason it's so perfect is because it's small. It is much smaller than many ovens out there. It's lightweight, it's about 25 kilos with the stone, and it's almost foolproof. So the biscotto stone is known to be a foolproof stone. You can really heat it up to 450 degrees Celsius and it will not burn your pizza, which is insane. But yeah, it takes a long time to heat up. It has a very loud fan, so you need to keep it in a different room than you are while you're operating it, or maybe you have a large enough kitchen so it doesn't really matter. But in the small kitchen that I have, that loud fan is really a pain in the ass. And you cannot really turn it off, because when you turn it off, you need the oven to cool down, and that can take like another 20 minutes. So you need to let the fan do its thing. The cooking space inside the stone size is not really a big issue, but there's this lamp bulb thingy. I think the new ovens, the new versions don't have it. It's too small, so you can only make up to 12-inch, maybe 13-inch pizzas. If it could be a little bigger on the inside, you could make bigger pizzas, but then the question of isolation, then the question of outer dimensions. I mean, this as it is fine because the oven is so fast. You can make a 12-inch pizza in about 60 seconds, and that is crazy to me. And I've worked with many ovens. I know how fast a Neapolitan style pizza would take, how fast it could bake. This is really beyond anything I could imagine. I really recommend it. I bought this oven from a company here in Austria called Tizzeria. It's run by a friend of mine. He's really good at what he's doing. I also buy my flour from him, and I can totally recommend his shop. I will link it in the description. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.